All right, guys, today some 3R racing, 690 to 1000 advanced category, ocean lava cliffside loop for a total of 19K. Some of that pretty challenging, especially as we go up and over between those two bridges. Feeling all right today. Came off a good one yesterday, a really good one yesterday, that kicked us into the A category. That's how well we performed. We've been in 690 to 1000 for a while, but we've been a B disguised as an A. Now we are an A, full and true. A by category, A by 690 to 1000 standards. We got what, 12 people here. See how this starts to shake out. Got 5 seconds to start. Here we go. Okay. Just find the wheel. Looks like this group is content with an easier start, knowing things are going to get tough later on. Okay. Gliding down this hill. Let's use some wheels. Just floating with the group. Okay. Let's just get towed back up there. Spin the bottom part of this hill. Let it do a little bit of work when it pitches over 3%. Here it is. A little work. Whew. Get these legs warmed up. Okay. Let's ease off. There we go. Ooh. Jones from Evoke coming to the front. Breathe. Keep the heart rate controlled for as long as possible. Keeping that cadence up, tapping along. I know a lot of people like to ride in that ultra low cadence on Zwift, 70, 75 RPM, 80 RPM. That doesn't really work for me. I feel much better at higher cadence, so I can take it as easy as possible. Really feel in Zwift, they'll give you whatever resistance you're looking for. So if you want to go low cadence and mash, you can do that. It won't necessarily end up in your favor. Sometimes you can end up doing way more watts than you need to move with the group. With a high cadence, you make smaller adjustments in wattage. So I like that. A little bit easier here, a little bit harder there. Never in a position where we're over-efforting just to stay with the group. If you want to do work, Zwift will let you. And if you try to do less work, Zwift will let you. This is a very casual start. Let's turn on another fan. Alexa, barn AC on. And that barn is my barn in Waco, Texas, where we're coming to you directly from, can't say live because this is not a stream, it's a pre-record. All right. So far, really casual start. Okay. I think everyone's going to leave it to the one main climb before going. That's okay with us. Every race is a different adventure. You can do the same course 100 times, 100 different outcomes, 100 different moves. That's why it never gets boring here in Watopia, in Zwift land. Okay, let's get this wheel. Yeah, this is controlled. Very, very controlled. Keeping it around 3 watts a kilo to stay with this group. See if this move is serious. Doesn't really look it. No point in juicing it. And we can just float back up. Okay. Just sitting on wheels. Enjoying this. Trying to do less work than those around us. Save our work for the hill. Yeah. The longer it goes on like this, the more nervous I get about later on. So everybody's got good legs. Nobody's trying. Little flick of the pedals up and over this little rise and float. We'll get ready to work some here. There we go. Float again. And press again. Let these guys tow us. Push up over. There we go. Right where we want to be. Big breaths. We're just getting carried along. Oh, there we go. Floating through. Yeah, we're not even on the pedals, and we're at the front. Zwift rewards that efficiency, laziness, call it what you want. But if you're just surfing wheels, you should not be killing yourself to do so. All right. Just breathe in. Bring that heart rate down as much as we can, because that climb is coming up. So the enjoyable parts of this course are over. There'll be some separation created on the hill, and then we're going to go along the ridge line, and we'll see if gaps can be maintained or even extended, and then downhill back towards town. So there's actually a lot of time after the climb for people to come back together. So you got to be really calculated with what you're doing. If you get out way ahead, it's a lot of work to stay ahead, but it could be worth it. If you're out ahead, but not by a big margin, you got to really consider the cost as the group fights to bring you and a few others, or you solo, back. So we'll see what happens here. See how we do. It's all we can control. We can only control our own effort, our own movement. That's all we got. But yeah, so far, 267 watt average. That's a big nothing burger. That average is going to shoot way up in a second. But to get the first 8K out of the way, at low heart rate, low wattage, feeling pretty good about that. Again, that's going to change real quick. Already a little insistence on the front. Gradual rise here. Still traveling fast enough to draft with just a bit of effort. So we want to use that. Let's just spin along. Really getting driven on the front. Okay. Here we go. Be consistent. There we go. Everyone came off it. We do too. On it again. Push for these guys. There we go. Try to keep the powder dry. Okay. Not saying much. We're just trying to keep with it here. Focused on using the draft and the terrain. Conda is clearly strong. And wants to do all the work. That's fine. $7 a kilo. That's up there, Conda. Okay. Maybe he is cheating, maybe he's not. It's just moto pacing at this point. We're going to worry less about keyboards, more about legs. Okay. All right. Long downhill. Just breathing. About 40 seconds on the group behind us. Oh. Getting that relief. We'll take it. All right. Hydration. Even on the short races. Okay. So Conda is as low as 0.7 watts per kilo and as high as 7 watts per kilo. It's quite the range. In vocal range, he'd be like a Mariah Carey. All right. People are asking to flag Kondo. I don't even know how to flag. I've never used the feature. I'm just here for fitness. We'll pedal just a little bit. Just to stay with the arrow tuck. We'll be right back with him here. Okay. We've upgraded this frame again. It's getting lighter. Our Canyon Arrow Road. We'll take that. We definitely want a lighter bike if we can get it. What is Kondo doing? Man, just race it if you're real. Oh, and he's gone. Huh. That's interesting. I guess he just needed 15K. Yeah, he's gone. It's true. All right, less than 4K. Oh, I love that. Bruggen, can you guys wait? It's a tough decision, Bruggen. It's 50 seconds. And there you go. Let's meet in 3.5. I don't know what happened to Sandek. He just dropped off and now he's back. Not sure what that was about. Maybe a quick power outage. Who knows? Okay. Coming up on 3 to go. Long push through the tunnel, up out of the riser. Want to be smart on that riser. You can do too much work there and get into trouble. All right. Just tapping along on the path. Okay. Okay. I think these guys are going to want to leave it to the sprint. It's understandable. As you guys may have learned from watching other videos, we're not always the best at sprinting, so we've got a decision to make. Do we try to go for the long drag, or do we use this as an opportunity to try to get smarter at sprinting? Okay. Here comes that pitch up and out. Okay, let's ride with him. Breathe. All right. .7K. Maybe, just maybe, we catch people off guard. Maybe. What do we get? Oh, we did it. We did it. Oh. Breathe. Whew. Really starting to find the double pump is where it's at on the sprint. And what I mean is press, get it up to speed, and twice now, today and yesterday, we had somebody come through us, and right after they came through us, we pumped again, and we pumped hard. And that was enough as they were running out of room and out of sprint speed for us to take them at the line. So I think that's going to be our tactic from now on. With about 300 meters to go, don't be afraid to lead it out a bit. See who really wants to sprint. See who comes through us, understanding they had to work to do it. Even if they went with us, especially if they started the sprint 250 to go. They had to do a lot of work to get ahead. And then we just dig back in the final 100 meters, final 150 meters, and just gun it. That's worked twice so far. It's probably going to work best with people who have similar power profiles to us. If somebody's got 14 watts a kilo and we're rocking 10, 11 at best at peak, double pump, triple pump, quadruple pump, not gonna matter. There's just a better sprinter. So it's always a gamble. Today it paid off. We're gonna try that in future races. It makes the lead into the finish a lot easier for us, because in other races we've usually relied on a kilometer of runway, a kilometer and a half of runway, where the sprinters don't necessarily want to go, and so you just push and see if they'll come with. The true sprinters don't want to go. They're just salivating over that group finish, and if we can string it out and make people work, sometimes that pays off. But today, different story. You know, there's that old Henry Ford quote, if you believe you can and believe you can't, or sorry, if you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right. And so, you know, self-speak matters, and reflecting back on other courses and videos, I found myself telling you I'm not a sprinter. Well, that's the reality then. We can always work on things. We're never going to be a pure sprinter. I think that that's just honest, but it doesn't mean that we can't mix it up in sprints and we can be better sprinters. So we may not be known for it. We're not going to be the Mark Cavendish of Zwift, but you know, we can still get better. All in all, pretty good day. It was not a super hard effort until it was an effort. We had Kondo, who got the Kondo of shame. I'm not sure if he was reported or not, but when he was pushing 7 watts a kilo consistently, that math wasn't mathin'. So he exited the game and left 3 of us alone to duke it out for the podium positions, with Bruggen typing in the back, asking if we'd wait 50 seconds for him. Hey, you know what? If you don't ask the question, the answer's always no. So he asked. Anyways, it's all about fun and fitness. We definitely got a dose of both of those things today. All that's left to do is warm down. And all that's left to do for you, if you're still here, thank you for watching me ride. It's a great encouragement to know that anybody is watching this and cheering me on, or maybe you don't want to see me cheered on. That's motivating too. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, tell your friends and teammates, leave a comment. Let me know what your strategy is, where your strengths and weaknesses lie. If you've got any tips or advice, feel free to leave that as well. I feel like discourse is necessary in any sport. We should always have a novice mentality, no matter how experienced we are, how much we think we know. If you're not debating everything in your head and taking on alternative viewpoints, you're never really progressing. So that is it for me. All that is left to do is warm down. So for now, that's all from me.